I admittedly sold 0.06 BTC to buy luxury items and now I regret it. I've been DCAing throughout 2023. Many buys in the 20s. Once it blew up to 34K. I admittedly traded some Bitcoin in exchange for Goyard, Supreme, Yeezys, and Jordans. I'm starting to regret my decision and am now scrambling to buy more Bitcoin. The reason I did this is because I was accumulating Bitcoin in 2019-2020 and by the time it was November 2021, I had about $70,000 and I didn't spend any of it. I then lost it to Celsius and had nothing. I lost everything. The reason I decided to take profits this time was so I can at least experience some of the reward. Unlike last time where I invested 20K, it turned into 70K, and lost it all for nothing. Why do you regret it? Don't you like the things you bought? After all, it's only money. Now if you bought something you hate, that's a totally different conversation. Totally fine to spend, best to replace when you can. I had to sell recently too. I know the feeling. It's funny how you hear some people say they stay away from BTC because they can't sleep at night. Being invested in something so volatile. People like us are the opposite. We sleep better knowing we have BTC. Supreme, oh dear. Those aren't even luxury items, that's utter shit you bought. Lol fucking Yeezys. I was thinking bro bought a Rolex or a car. Imagine selling the best asset known to humankind for Kanye's vomit. I took a large portion out from my 2017 buys to purchase a home this year. I feel you. It was about 70 of my holdings from then and a part of me feels so empty. On the other side at least I have a home to call mine with a piece of property, but that empty feeling hasn't gone away. The secret to stay poor backhand index pointing up light skin tone. Bruh, you traded in Bitcoin, for, designer, clothes, NGMI. Everyone has to learn their own lessons. I leveraged and got wrecked for a hefty sum. Diversified into shitcoins and lost in SAT value. Stack. HODL. DCA out when it becomes necessary or meaningful. The lesson here is that people who buy luxury goods are brokies. Fuck it, man. I took profits last bull run and bought a badass guitar. Don't regret it at all. You do you. Nobody went broke taking profits, but they sure do buying dumb shit with it. Bro exchanged BTC for designer in 2023, that's crazy lol x 200 BF. Fine to take profits. But you're right to regret spending it on Yeezys and Jordans JFC. There's nothing wrong with taking profits. Nobody ever went bankrupt taking profits. I honestly have never heard of any of those brands other than Jordans. As a man who buys one pair of shoes every 2 years, your decision is baffling to say the least. That's fine, you made your profits and treated yourself, but your goal should be to keep on getting more. I don't think there is anything wrong with taking profits if you wanted those items. I made a promise to myself that when BTC hits $100,000 I'll take out my initial investment. I bought one BTC in 2017 for just under 8K and it's been in cold storage ever since. Have not sold or bought anymore since then. I'm sticking to what I said when I bought it. Try to set rules for yourself, follow them as best as you can. I guess Bitcoin really is for everyone. I admittedly traded some Bitcoin in exchange for Goyard, Supreme, Yeezys, and Jordans. No fucking way you're writing this with a straight face. I understand that a 15-year-old falls for the Supreme, Yeezy etc. hype because their favorite Fortnite rapper uses them. But looking through your posts, I don't think you're 15, buddy. You couldn't hodl Bitcoin, but you're definitely holding this L. Whilst I personally don't agree with your choice of spending once the BTC was sold, you can't hodl forever. It might be a well-used motto in this sub and the crypto world. You can't take it with you when you go. Life is for living. Money is for spending. The old Metal Trezor 1 pre-orders were 3 BTC each. And I think the old BFL Minirig pre-orders were 900 BTC. If you're going to sell Bitcoin, at least try to exchange it for another finite assets, preferably ones that generate some kind of income. Yeah, you should regret it. Now move on and start not regretting buying more gold BTC. Yeezy's face vomiting. Can you buy luxury with 0.06? Lol. Nothing wrong with treating yourself, can't take it with you. I sold some BTC to buy a house. I am now living in it, that's a good use, I think. Lol, everybody justifying these purchases. For a house or bills or something important. I could understand. But fucking Yeezys? Incredibly dumb. You bought an incredibly depreciating asset for an appreciating one. Not a very smart move if you ask me. Most millionaires don't look like millionaires. Just saying. The lesson here is self-custody. You're better than this. You know the cycles and cashed out that start of a new one, knowing the halvening and bull are 6 and 12 months away? On another note, are things you bought luxury? It's hardly Gucci, Prada and IWC or wrist stack SATs and chill, bro. You got this. At least you didn't spend 10,000 BTC on 2 pizzas. I sold most of my stack when it doubled to $8,000, thought I was smart. The point is you are just in FOMO. Only time will tell. Might have a major liquidity crisis and Bitcoin drops to $10,000, or maybe it finally hits 6 figures. Nobody knows. Just get back on while you can and keep it off the exchanges. Isn't that a good thing to treat yourself? I don't get why you think it's a regret. I don't think this is for you. Blowing money on silly expensive clothing brands. Time to grow up or just forget Bitcoin altogether. Haha, these guys coming to us like begging to not excommunicate him from the tribe. Everyone in here like, bro, you traded money for things, I could never. This is called taking profits. You're doing it right. I wouldn't worry too much about it. An EMP blast can take out all of your ledgers. Hey, if you traded your BTC for things that you want, that's exactly what it's for. It's money. Now, if you sent it off to an exchange and paid the banking syndicate tax, that's another story. Money is a renewable resource. You've sinned. I am DCAing to pay my property taxes. It's your money, do what you want. I wouldn't sell if I was even short on rent. It's not too late. Once that weekly candle closes above 32K, it's off to the races. Maybe Yeezys, Jordans, and Goyard, whatever that is, will also rise to be worth infinity as well. Only time will tell. Don't panic. Don't regret it. What's done is done. Continue to invest and don't overdo it. Relax and be modest and mindful. No more purchases. The epitome of NGMI. Looks like you learned 2 lessons here. 1. Material things don't bring you pleasure. 2. Don't keep Bitcoin on the exchange. Seriously though, if $70,000 is a lot of money to you, then you have no business buying designer clothes. You just look like a fool. How can you afford Goyard, Supreme, Yeezys and Jordans on a 0.06 BTC budget? Goyard itself is like the whole budget.